Let's see what happens. As you can see, it gave a denial sound and a red light. This indicates that this fingerprint isn't applicable for this locker. But when I apply my right fingerprint, it gives an accessible sound and a green light. Dear viewers, how do you access your phone or locker? How do you open it? By the pattern of your fingerprint.
So today we are going to explain an interesting topic of fingerprint.
Fingerprints are unique pattern of ridges, loops and holes on the fingertips of humans that are used to identify individuals. We all know every human has unique fingerprints. So what does the Qur'an says about fingerprints? Everyone should know about this. Yes, in 75th chapter, Surah Al-Qiyamah, verse number 3 and 4.
أيحسب الإنسان أن لن نجمع عظامه. Do people think we cannot reassemble their bones?
بلى قادرين على أن نسوي بنانه.
Yes, indeed, we are the most capable of restoring even their very fingertips.
It is explained that man is amazed and surprised and thinks that Allah is unable to gather his tiny particles that have been scattered. We assemble his decomposed bones and give him a new life. The verse effectively rebutes his objection by saying that this has happened once before. Every man who grows and develops in this world, his body is composed of particles and elements gathered from different parts of the world and give them life again as he did the first time because Allah has infinite power to do anything.
Allah is able not only to raise a man's dead body again, but also to reconstruct every part of his body perfectly up to the minute detail of very delicate fingertips and individual fingertips. The word banal, fingertips, is specially here because it is the individual specific part of the body. If Allah is able to recreate such a small part, it would not be impossible for him to recreate the limbs of the body, such as arms or hands or legs.
Unbelievers argue regarding resurrection taking place, how disintegrated is the earth, and how each individual would be identified on the day of judgment. Almighty Allah answered that He cannot only resemble our bones, but He can also reconstruct perfectly our every fingertips. So this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in the Qur'an.
Now, according to science, who introduced fingerprints first? That is, Sir Francis Galton, British anthropologist and a cousin of Charles Darwin. He began his observations of fingerprint as a means of identification. A research was done in the year 1880. It was discovered that every human has a unique fingerprint. No two humans can have the same fingerprint even if they are twins. This is the reason why police forces worldwide use fingerprints to identify the criminals.
Now you can see over here many fingerprints are there. By using this magnifying glass, you can see the differences. Can you see the differences?
This is our clay model of palm. In this you can see the fingerprints. Now, just use this magnifying glass to see those lines which are called holes and ridges.
Over here, this is our fingerprint model. Over here we have attached a sensor. Now, when I apply my fingerprint which isn't accessible for this locker, let's see what happens. As you can see, it gave a denial sound and a red light. This indicates that this fingerprint isn't applicable for this locker. But when I apply my right fingerprint, it gives an accessible sound and a green light. This indicates that my thumb fingerprint is applicable for this locker. This technology has come in use worldwide to keep your valuable things so that it cannot get stolen or robbed.
Let's dive into how fingerprint scanner actually work. When you are pressing your finger down, scanner takes a high-resolution image of your fingerprints' unique ridges and values and it is converted into digital map. Scanner instantly compares this map once stored in its memory. If it matches, yes, this locker will unlock.
1,400 years ago, we could have known the uniqueness of each human's fingerprint. Surely, it could have been none other than the Creator Himself. So, facts that scientists are discovering now, Allah has already mentioned it in the Qur'an 1,400 years ago. MashaAllah, fatabarakallahu ahsan al-khaliqin. Glorious is Allah, the best of creators.
आज मैं आपके सामने फिंगरप्रिंट यानी कि उंगलियों के निशान के बारे में बताना चाहती हूँ। हमारे जिस्म में एक ऐसा अज़्म है जो दुनिया के किसी भी इंसान के साथ मेल नहीं खाता, वो है हमारे उंगलियों के निशान। अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला ने कुरान में इसका जिक्र करते हुए कहते हैं, इशारतन, इसको एक शख्स के लिए मुनफरिद और यूनिक बनाते हैं। हाँ, ये फिंगरप्रिंट दुनिया के किसी भी दो शख्स के साथ मेल नहीं खाता, यहाँ तक कि जुड़वा बच्चों के भी नहीं। इसीलिए इसको हर इंसान के पहचान के लिए डॉक्यूमेंट किया जाता है। यह चौंका देने वाली बात जो साइंस हमें चंद सालों पहले बताता है, अल्लाह उस एक उम्मी नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के जरिए 1400 साल पहले बताते हैं।
Alhamdulillah, all thanks